Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Joel Rosen. I am an adrenal fatigue recovery ninja, and today I want to talk to you about autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune diseases, and what does that have to do with genetic predispositions? So, for example, mom had celiac disease, grandma had celiac disease, your aunt has celiac disease, and potentially you have celiac disease, or your child can get celiac disease. So obviously there's something there that runs in the family. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a predetermined outcome, meaning you have to express that genetic trait. So you have a loaded gun. That's my analogy. Is you have a loaded gun, and it's whether or not society pulls the trigger. And if society pulls the trigger, then boom, you're going to express your autoimmunity. So, for example, you have a lot of stress. You go to college, or you have a job, or you have finances, or you get taxes, or you have a bad relationship. That's enough stress to cause inflammation in your body and trigger that autoimmunity. Or let's say you live in a toxic environment like the world we live in today. And let's say that there are pesticides on the foods, and you eat a lot of gluten, which has pesticides and it's GMO'd, or soys, which have pesticides and GMO'd, or corn that's pesticides and GMO. All of these things are going to potentially be toxic to your body, create a lot of stress, and boom, cause an expression of an autoimmunity. Or let's say you've been on medication like Cipro or fluoroquinolones or NSAIDs or hormone replacement therapies. All of those can be toxic to the body, and boom, it expresses an autoimmunity. Or let's say you get a virus, let's say you get a bacteria infection, let's say you're exposed to mold. Boom, that's going to express an autoimmunity. Or let's say you have a heavy metal, or you have mercury, or not even that. What's the interesting thing is you don't even get just the genes that are passed down from you from mom and dad, but you also get mom's environmental history passed down to you. What does that mean? Well, if mom had mercury, that gets transferred in utero and it crosses the placental barrier, and now you get exposed to mercury. I can't tell you how many times I've done a hair analysis or a urinalysis on a patient, and their mercury were off the charts, and they don't have any mercury in their teeth. How is that possible? It's from the environmental inheritance from their parents and just the environment in general. And so really what I want to tell you is I'm looking at a genetic chart, and there's something called 23andMe, and you can look at your ancestry site and it will tell you, yeah, you have a Polish European descent or an Asian descent, but it doesn't tell you what it should tell you, which it can tell you, which is how well you're methylating. And in a nutshell, basically methylation means how well do you add and make and take away a methyl group. Meaning your body and enzymes are making things, and your body and enzymes are breaking things down. And if you're doing a good job of that, then you're turning off the expression of an autoimmunity. If you're not doing a good job of that, then you're turning on the expression of an autoimmunity. So you get that perfect storm of having a loaded gun and then having the environmental toxins that will express that loaded gun. And so whenever I have a patient and I do a consult or we design a program, I interpret their 23andMe results. If they have an autoimmunity, I already know without even looking at their genetic chart that they haven't been methylating very well. They've fallen behind on the methylation rent, and their landlord has kicked them out, and now they're expressing an autoimmunity. But it's more than that. They can't focus. They can't think. They can't lose weight. They feel crappy. They can't remember the last time they felt good. They don't have energy. They're not able to digest their food. They're not able to absorb nutrients. They can't sleep. They feel cold all the time. They're losing their hair. They have focus and concentration issues. They're depressed. All of these things. If you're shaking your head and saying, yeah, that's me, and you've been to a bunch of different doctors and no one has told you about the role that methylation plays in it and the role that environmental toxicities play with methylation, then you're missing a huge elephant in the room, and you need to go about doing that. So I just wanted to present that to you. It's a very complicated subject, but there is hope. As bad as the environment is these days, and turning on the genes, there's a lot of studies and there's a lot of research and there's a lot of nutritional products and there's a lot of testing and there's a lot of information that you can do to turn off the genes as well. So there really is hope. I'm here to provide that for you, as well as a lot of other practitioners that look at genetic testing. We call this whole field nutrigenomics, and the role that nutrigenomics play with the expression of your genes and how we can help you. So anyways, my name is Dr. Joel Rosen. I call myself the Adrenal Fatigue Recovery Ninja. I look forward to helping you in your nightmare of health problems. Be sure to give me a share, a comment, a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check me out on Facebook. I have a fan page. It's called Adrenal Fatigue Recovery. And then I also have a blog, and it's called Adrenal Fatigue Society. Look forward to helping you with your chronic problem nightmare. Thank you so much.